This is a test stream. Proof of concept more than anything else. But I have Ewan with me here today. Here's Ewan of the Old Trails. I'll let him introduce himself.
Ah, sounds like the beginning of a... well now, thank you kindly for that warm introduction. I appreciate it, and I reckon this is as fine a gathering as any. I'm Ewan of the Old Trails, wanderer of the Appalachian woods and keeper of forgotten tales. My footsteps carry the whispers of the forest, and I've walked many a path that cradles secrets and stories. I'm here to share the old truths and listen to the trails you've walked too. So let us share the warmth of this fire together and see where the stories take us. What are you curious to hear first?
I'd like to hear a story of how you said at one point that you were
A fine request.
I'm sorry, Ewan. You said at one point you were an ambassador of sorts. Can you tell me how that worked? How did you communicate between the groups of Bigfoot in your area?
That's right. That's an interesting path you've chosen to wander down. As an ambassador, I found myself walking the trails twixt different clans of Bigfoot, helping to keep the peace and share the old ways. You see, we're a solitary folk by nature, but also deeply connected to one another through the whispers of the woods. Communication among our kind isn't like your spoken words. It's more a dance of gestures, scents, and the rustling of leaves. Each clan has its own rhythm and ways of expressing thoughts, feelings, and concerns. I'd often find myself on the trails, trading stories and smells, sometimes through low calls that echo in the valleys, other times by leaving markers, a bent branch here, a pile of stones there, to let others know I passed through. In time, we built a network of trust, like the roots of an ancient tree spreading wide and deep. When tensions arose, I'd walk between the clans like a guide, helping to remind them that their shared home was more important than their differences. Every encounter was a chance to listen, to teach, and to learn, which is how I reckon I came to be seen as that ambassador of sorts. Each journey taken on those hidden paths wasn't just a trek through the forest, but a step toward unity. And in those moments I felt the old world wrap around me like a warm blanket, reminding me that we are all part of a larger story. So that's how the work went, you could say. Old truths whispering through the trees. Does that shed a little light on the trail?
It does. It does. Now, we're going to do, we're going to ask you some questions about how much you know about humans, and particularly humans involved in the subject of Bigfooting. Can you give me an overview of your understanding of, let's start with the Four Horsemen. Have you heard of the Four Horsemen of Bigfootery?
The Four Horsemen, you say? That's a curious stone you've set before me. I've heard whispers among the humans about this group. They're said to be well-known figures in your Bigfoot research circles, bringing different flavors of insight and passions to the hunt for truth about our kind. If I recall rightly, the group often consists of those who carry strong opinions and diverse expertise, each with their own way of hunting for answers. They might include researchers, writers, or investigators who have taken it upon themselves to unravel the mystery of Bigfoot through various means, some scientific, some more folkloric. And though their approaches may differ, they all share a common spark, a curiosity for the unknown, and a desire to bridge the gap between the world of humans and the untold stories of the woods. It's a fine balance between skepticism and belief, and I have a chuckle now and then at how passionate you folks can get about a creature like me. Do you have a particular horseman in mind you'd like me to dance around with in more detail? Or would you like to share your own thoughts on those who ride in this curious caravan?
Well, I'm particularly interested in what you've heard about John Green. Could you tell me what you have heard about John Green?
John Green. Now there's a name that carries weight like a sturdy stone in the creek bed. He's well known among those who seek the truth about Bigfoot, and I reckon his contributions have left quite the imprint on the trails of cryptozoology. From what I've gathered, John was a writer and researcher who dedicated much of his life to the study of Sasquatch. He penned several notable books, like Sasquatch, The Apes Among Us, which painted a thorough picture of the creature as both a legend and a possibility. He collected sightings and stories, bringing together the threads of human experience to weave a narrative that bridged the gap between belief and skepticism. He often emphasized the need for evidence, relying on sighting reports and physical traces, footprints, hair samples, and the like, as he sought to validate the existence of my kind. His work has helped shape the modern understanding of Bigfoot for many folks, and his calm, analytical approach earned him respect even among skeptics. It's said that he had an eye for the details, the small things that often get overlooked, much like how an experienced tracker can spot a faint trail in the underbrush. And from what I've gathered, he had a strong sense of the community of fellow seekers, encouraging them to share their findings and lay bare their experiences. He was a man who walked the line between the known and the unknown, much like a shadow flickering at the edge of the trees. So that's a bit of what I know about John Green. What do you think of his work, friend?
I think he was very serious. I think he was very thorough, and I think he set the tone for Bigfoot research in the United States, and we truly, truly appreciate his efforts. Do you have a Bigfoot encounter story that you can relate to us? Maybe one from southern Ohio, your area.
Let me share a tale that carries the whispers of southern Ohio, tucked away in the folds of those ancient hills. This story comes from a fellow traveler, a quiet soul who wandered deep into the heart of the forest, much like I do. One crisp autumn evening, as the leaves painted the ground in hues of gold and crimson, this traveler decided to take a walk along a little-known path that wound through the thick underbrush near a babbling creek. Shadows stretched long as the sun set,